couple friends that farming friends, and we were out on the farm, riding horses, and they gave me Bob. Bob is like a, was like a, he was not a cart horse, he was like a carriage horse. So, you know, he's retired now, but he used to be a carriage horse, and Bob could take it, because, you know, if you have a carriage that's, you know, you just got married and you're going to ride off on the carriage, you don't want a horse that could be like, oh my God, and just freak out, and, you know, run you like spinning and rampant in the blood, and the white dress is ruined and the groom is decapitated. So what I mean is that Bob is like really chilled out. So but Kevin, who was with me, who sort of helped take care of some of the property that I have back in Virginia, is a good friend of mine. He gave me Bob, and he said that, you know, he would always say, like, if a bear comes, because we saw some bears on the farm out there, they said, if a bear comes, you guys just hold on, because the horses, you know, they're cool and everything, they'll listen to you. But if a bear's around, like, they just have to see the bear, like, way over there. They'll go there, a horse will just, apparently, I don't know, I'm not a horse psychologist, but apparently a bear is something that a horse is not down with. And so apparently, you know, it's not like, wee, wee, it's like, boom! It's not like a Hollywood horse, you know. It just hits the road. So, but he said, but then he clarified. He said, but you know, if any, you know, Bob might not run. Bob might, you know. So I was psyched to have Bob, because if you told Bob, so, and this is a good thing, you know, I'm not a great rider. I look a little bit. It's kind of probably amusing to watch me ride, but I like it. And I get, you know, I've fallen off a few horses, and I get right back on. So I figure, you know, now I know what it's like to fall off a horse. But anyway, I was on Bob. Bob is chilling out. He does kick, and then he runs, you know, if you ask him to. Hit it, Bob. Then Bob hits it. You know, and sometimes you get that smooth, and you know Bob is really turning on the gas when you're going, chrome, 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 and all of a sudden it's like, then it gets smooth, you know. I don't know if you ride, sometimes when it gets smooth, that's a good feeling. It's a little bit scary, though, if it's like me skiing. It's both really bad, you know. I'm the guy who people are flying past on the ski slope, and the guy, and then the security, I didn't even know they had security guys on ski slopes until some guy said, slow down, you're skiing beyond your ability. Screw you. Oh. So, back to Bob. So Bob and me and Kevin and a bunch of people were riding the horses. I'm sorry, I'll get on with it now. So we slowed down by the fishing hole just to chill out for a while, and a friend of mine who's riding a different horse. You know the bit is like, the bit goes, sometimes the bit comes out of the mouth and goes, and sometimes it comes out of the mouth and it goes, and sometimes, but this time, this horse had a bit that came out and went, see, that was the horse's bit, not Bob's. Bob's bit was like this or something. This horse's bit was like this. And then it was walking, the horse was walking up next to me. And I think it must have had an itch or something. And it just like nuzzled up against my leg over here. And then I said to the horse, these were my last words. I said, don't bite me. And I was sort of being, hey, I'm a farmer. I can take it. And then the horse, I guess, was listening to me and tried to move its head, but the bit was in my pants. So the horse did a thing, like if I do this, see, that's not that impressive. So I go like this. But when a horse does that, it's a great gesture. It's like a big gesture, like if I do this. That's not that impressive. But when a horse does that gesture, that very same gesture, it's like this. And so then, what happened was that it was in my pants. So then one of my friends that was riding with me is here right now. And he, if you don't believe me, he'll tell you. Fenton is here, and he was there. And anyway, what happened was, wait a second. It threw me way up in the air. And my legs, Fenton, this is what Fenton said. I don't remember this because I landed like Spider-Man on all, sort of on all fours maybe, but favoring my legs. But Fenton swears that both my legs were above my head at one point. That's what he said anyway. But the funny looking part was because my knee went, this part of my leg went first. It must have looked funny because like I was doing like the super Charleston. And then I went out. Anyway, that was when, and then I fell off. But what I was saying was that I think that I'm the only man that was ever thrown off of a horse by another horse. And just now that the story's over, a little postscript here. When I got up and walked around the front of Bob, who hadn't taken one step in the whole... he might have, while I wasn't looking, while I was concentrating on my landing, Bob may have maybe stepped a little bit, but I don't think so. I think Bob was... So that when I walked around in front of Bob, I got a sense that he might have said, "Hey."